They wanted a bigger glass, so he gave them a bigger glass. My parents and I were on vacation a few years back, and hanging out at the hotel bar. This place was one of those places that was cheap, but everyone who stayed there thought they were better than everyone else. A couple, male and female, walked in talking about how nice and quaint the bar looked. They sat down at the table next to us. You were supposed to order your drinks at the bar, then sit down, but since it was a slow night the bartender walked over, and served them. Bartender: Hi, what can I get you? Male: What wines do you have tonight? Bartender reads off wine list. Female: Oh, a rose wine would be just perfect. Male: Make it 2. Bartender: Sure, that'll be $15. Male: We're going to open a tab. Bartender: Unfortunately, we don't do tabs here. You have to either charge it to your room, or pay cash. He throws his room card on the table. Male: Ugh, fine. Charge it to that. They laugh as bartender grabs the card, and heads back to the bar. Bartender pours their drinks, and brings them back over. The first thing they did was hold up the glasses. Female: These are rather small, do you have any bigger glasses? Bartender: Unfortunately, those are the standard glasses. Male: Really? We're paying $7.50 a glass, and you're going to get chintzy on us? Surely you have bigger glasses, come on. Bartender, clearly annoyed: Okay, I'll go check. He went to the bar, and came back out with 2 glasses that I think were supposed to be for margaritas, but were at least twice the size as the wine glasses. He held them up for them. Bartender: How are these? Female: Oh, those are perfect. Male: Yes, thank you. So, bartender puts the bigger glasses on their table, then takes the smaller glasses and dumps them into the bigger glasses. Bartender: Is there anything else I can help you with? They didn't say anything, just sat there dumbfounded. Bartender: Great. My parents and I start losing it. We tried not to laugh, but we were all a bit inebriated, I guess. Bartender looked over at us and smiled. My dad gave him an extra $10 tip and said thanks for the laughs, don't duck with the people who serve your drinks, lol.
Now to the comments. Meanwhile, bar glasses are all smoke and mirrors. Back when I was a manager at a bar, they sent us a case of the wrong style and size martini glasses. They were 4 ounce, we served in 5 ounce glasses. Distributor just said keep them. We ended up having to get into 4 ounces glasses one night. Wouldn't you know it, a regular lost their mind when they got their second round in a 5 ounce glass. And insisted they get the 4 ounce one. 'Cause it was bigger. Whatever.
Yeah, we have a few different style beer glasses at my place, all 16 ounces, and some people absolutely freak out when given say an IPA style glass instead of your typical pint glass. It's apparently so hard to understand that different shapes can hold the same amount of liquid. We also only have 2 or 3 stemmed martini glasses at 4 ounce and our newer ones are stemless but 6 ounce. We only keep the few stemmed ones for the same handful of couples who think they are bigger and always request them. Whatever. Exactly.
No amount of physics and maths could ever convince, slightly inebriated, me that Belgian beer style glass, snifter, holds same quantity as regular pint glass. They actually expected them to top off those glasses? My God.
For the same price too, no doubt. I was sort of waiting for the barkeep to do just that, but then charge them double or triple.
I have asked a bartender to fill a bigger cup before, but with the assurance that I was happy to pay for however many of the drink I was having it took to fill it. I can't imagine being so entitled that I would just ask them to pour a bigger drink and charge the same. I'm a bartender and people ask for a bigger glass all the time, sometimes pint glasses for their mixed drink. They seem to think the amount of alcohol is proportional to the volume of the glass. Wrong-o. I usually inform them that this just means they'll be getting more mixer and they're shocked or confused. One guy was like, "Yep, that's what I want. I don't want to taste the vodka." Man knew what he was about. I respected that.
I'm the one who asks for a bigger glass, but then when I do that, I do want more mixer. My drink lasts longer.
True story time. I worked for a restaurant that was one of the larger but still small feeling husband and wife owned Mediterranean themed restaurants. Great people, learned a lot from them. They even let me borrow one of their extra cars when mine took a dump. Those types of people. Anyway, I usually worked the back end, dishes, cooking, etc. But one day one of the servers got dead sick and so I was helping out up front serving. Snotty customers come in and start making remarks on everything. They look at the wine menu and say something along the lines of, "This bottle is 22.00 at the store, I shouldn't have to pay 40.00 for it here." At that time wife owner was walking by and hears it and says, "Okay, OP, go into the cellar and get this bottle and bring it to me, please, and charge them 22.00. "Yes, ma'am," I said, and I did just that. Wife owner plopped the bottle down on the table and said, "There you go." And they looked and said, "Well, aren't you going to open it?" "Not for 22.00, she said. "Aren't you going to chill it?" "Not for 22.00. "Do we get glasses?" "Not for 22.00. They sheepishly turned red and kept their mouth shut for the rest of the evening and left a nice big tip.
I love this story. Thanks for sharing.
My old head doorman was not a people person when it came to complaints about glass sizes. Customers used to think complaining to a doorman was better than going to the bar. Best one he ever did was invite two complaining customers outside as there were bigger glasses out there. "Head doorman, you see that bar across the road? Well, they have bigger glasses than here, so you can duck off over there."
WTF would be the point of complaining to a doorman? Every doorman I've ever known would be ridiculously uncomfortable with this being the norm anywhere they worked.
Exactly. It wasn't the norm, but some punters seemed to think it was, so our response was always do one. Ha 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 ha, I freaking love this. I remember once when I was a kid and my family went on holiday. We were at a restaurant and Dad ordered a beer. Well, it came in this huge arched glass, thing was about 16 inches tall. Dad kept admiring the glass, so while he was in the bathroom, my brother and I went up to the bar and asked if we might please purchase an empty beer glass. I think I was about 11 at the time, my brother was 13, so the bartender must have thought we were pretty cute because he actually sold us an empty glass for $5. We were so excited to give it to our parental unit when he got back to the table. Ha! It's still kicking around at the back of the kitchen cupboard.
That's a really cute story.
It's so funny when guests think they can outsmart the bartender for extra drink. My favorite is when they ask for a drink with light ice and slash or light mixer and then try to get mad that the glass comes out half empty. It's like, ma'am, we're literally giving you exactly what you asked for. Less mixer does not equal more liquor by any means. If you want more, order and pay for more. Them's the rules.
I genuinely don't like ice in my drinks. It's always understandable when my order comes out without ice and subsequently without some of the drink. I just appreciate it that much more when bars fill my cup even after asking for no ice. Then there are the bars I frequent where they will literally fill half of my glass with whiskey and keep pouring that as they add the Coke and don't stop until it's a full cup. They get very big tips.
I have a bar like that near me that does that, and they have my undying business, along with all the other regulars that know about it, but it's also a total hole in the wall that basically no one is going to just walk into randomly. I think bartenders at places like that are willing to do that for regulars or just genuinely polite people. It's like people who ask for less ice and a bigger cup at Starbucks thinking they're getting more coffee. Nah, now you just have lukewarm coffee.
I ask for a bigger cup because I spill in a grande and want it to cool down. They just dilute my Americano more and I end up tipping it out of the mouth bit. One barista remembers for me.
Tell them you want room. That gets them to leave the empty space. I get grande in a venti cup all the time because I'm spilly too. I love that they acted like $7.50 a glass was expensive.
We can get a whole box of wine for $7.50.
I feel like I would have made sure the couple heard me laugh because of how absurd they were being.
I absolutely agree. I would too. And point so they know why I'm laughing.
I work at a restaurant attached to a timeshare place. Those people think I'm their slave. Their trash and their timeshare is cheap as shit compared to where we are. Our house wines aren't even as cheap at $7.50 LOL.
$7.50 for a house wine? Jesus, I've seen pubs where a single pint of beer costs more.
Yeah, our Bud Lights are $8 and that's as cheap as it gets. The wine in the story is $7.50.